You are absolutely right. We should be totally ashamed for the condition that this Black Widow is in. But, I mean, things just get parked in our shed and they don't move for years at a time. I mean, you should see the lawnmower.
Oh, don't even mention the lawnmower.
Yeah, we're planning on bringing that lawnmower back at another point, but it needs like a total revamp and rebuild. We are bringing back the original 670 V-twin project, but probably not how you originally imagined it. For a long time, we've wanted to put a go-kart engine on a motorcycle and title it and insure it and be able to ride it on the street, and that's what we are doing today.
I can't remember if it's a 71 or 72 Honda CB450 chopper. She got 8 hangers. She's got a king and queen seat. She's got a rigid frame. It was probably built in the late 70s, early 80s, and it wasn't done by a professional. I'm going to tell you that. But it was rideable. But unfortunately, the engine developed some pretty nasty noises and wouldn't run very well. So we've been wanting to test out Go Power Sports' brand new 780 torque converter. We've been beating it up on the rail, but I think it's time that we can check the, I guess, longevity of it by putting it on a motorcycle and put some miles on it. I'm pretty excited to do it because basically we're going to have a automatic motorcycle. Did you know back in the, I believe it was 70s, that Honda motorcycles, pretty rare, but they had some automatic motorcycles?
Like torque converter or like automatic transmission?
Man, I don't know exactly how they worked, but you just hit the gas and they go.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So we are going to be robbing the engine from the Black Widow, but don't worry, the chassis is going to be safe. We're kind of in the middle of moving everything from the shed into a new, like, drier, more secure, less spider-infested location. So this chassis will definitely be safer there, and we'll bring it back out in a future video.
All right, so now we need to go grab this chopper. Where is it?
It's nestled away in my garage.
So we got to dig it out.
We kind of do.
Oh, good.
Well, yeah.
So we made it to Ike's shop. The bike is right back here, but we have some things to get out of the way before we can get it out. So let's get to it. You guys have any idea what kind of engine this is? Leave us a comment. And if you're enjoying the video, leave it a thumbs up.
Guys, John's never used one of these. He's about to see how y'all did it back in the 50s and 60s. Look at that thing go.
That's pretty cool, man.
You like that?
Yeah, I do.
See, if you keep your yard trimmed, that thing is so easy to use.
That thing's pretty wild, man. So this is what a chopper looked like in 1980?
I'm not sure exactly when this was built.
It's a hog, all right.
Yes, it is.
This is pretty nice, dude. It's got a rear view mirror.
Yeah.
Pretty meaty fuel tank. That'll give us a good range on that 670.
Yep.
I think we can make it work, dude.
We'll find out.
Pretty comfy.
She's gonna be tight on that back cylinder, I can tell you that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So basically the 670 is a box. Top of the head to the top of the head, which is the widest point on the engine, is about 16 inches wide, and the height, again, is about 16 inches. So it's like a box. So I need to measure from like where the frame is up 16 inches, which would put it about right here.
So that works.
And 16 inches wide, which would put it about like right there. So it looks like we're gonna have to eliminate this center bar right here, which I hate to do that, but you know, the beautiful thing about metal is when you cut it, you can weld it back. Before y'all poo-poo this idea, I just got to point out that this thing is a pile. The engine is no good. Whoever did the frame on this did an absolutely lousy job on it. It has Bondo in it. Part of this motorcycle has Bondo in it. The other side doesn't. The welds are awful. I think we can make it better. And we're gonna make it where we can put this engine back on. So there's nothing that can't be reversed on this. Just further proof that whoever was working on this last didn't know what they were doing. They actually have the little clip in backwards.
Rookie mistake, man.
Yep.
So with that out of the way, we're going to get to work pulling the engine. So I'm starting here with the throttle cable, and it's pretty unique to me anyway in that you have one cable and it splits into two, so it can go to two separate carburetors. And this is a tachometer cable. Looks like anyway an aftermarket tach was put in here at some point.
Oh wow, the brake light switch is hooked up to it.
Yeah.
Hit the brake and see what happens. Oh yeah, boy, that is some riggery there, dude. If you were wondering what this is the crossover to go to the other carburetor. This is the right-hand side carburetor, and the other one's the left-hand side carburetor. And what I did was I swapped from left to right to see if the engine or if the cylinder moved from one side to the other, and it didn't. So I was trying to diagnose the problem. If it was fuel related, if it was spark related, that's why the cover's off the points.
Yeah.
And none of that stuff changed. Watch them.
Mm-hmm.
Pull in on the handle, then as you let out, pull on the cable. There we go. Bam. Now we're going to be reusing these.
Oh, cool.
You ready?
Hit it. That one wasn't even tight.
One.
No. Go for it. That one wasn't really tight either. Nice.
Could put that on charge. I doubt it'll work.
We can try.
That,
Dude, that's bad.
This is the way the bike was bought, dude. When I never had a like a cut up chopper bike before. This was my first. Oh. All right. You hold the frame.
Yeah, I'll hop around.
Just hold the frame.
Dude, the thing weighs a ton.
Just hold the frame. There she is.
This was just started as a simple engine swap,
But all of a sudden you're wanting to make it purty.
I mean, just to do the old girl justice, you know, dude. This is rough. Like, there's apparently it used to be red. There's no finding out.
Okay.
Yeah, it's rough though, man.
So we have this engine plate here. This one's for 212. We're gonna have to widen the little slots in this bracket, but it's not that big of a deal. We have a plasma cutter, might cut it out with that, and then we have to just move it over and fill in the hole. It looks like this engine plate's gonna work perfect for this build. We're just gonna put a couple of washers here and bolt it up in the original mounting locations of the 450 engine. That way we don't have to do a lot of hacking on this frame, and we can go back with it exactly like it was, just looking better.
So now it is time to snatch the 670 off of the Black Widow go-kart.
Man, what happened to the roller skates that were on this thing? They went on the drag mini bike. 1, 2, 3.
Ready?
Yep.
Forgot about that. Wow. You okay?
Yeah. See how close that hit valve
Oh, yeah.
fits?
Yeah. Those billet ones we have on the rail probably wouldn't fit.
We are going to have to run a jack shaft. We'll just come down with the chain here. Jack shaft and then chain there.
It's a big one, man. We're gonna need to figure out something else with the foot pegs.
Well, remember I said something about forward controls?
Mm-hmm.
Stretch your legs out.
So like we said, we are doing some testing for Go Power Sports on their brand new 780 torque converter. It's rated for 50 horsepower and it has held up very well on our drag rail so far. And it's a big part of the reason we are doing this build with this chopper is that we want something street legal that we can put a bunch of miles on to see how it holds up. Anyway, for those of you who are not running a big V-twin like us, the 40 series should do just fine. It's rated for 18 horsepower, it's made of 3/8 steel, it's gusseted, it's heavy duty, and it has held up well for us on the 670. Go Power Sports just started shipping them with protective covers so you don't get your feet caught up in the rotating assembly. Anyway, check them out at our link in the description. You can get 10% off with our discount code CC10. Get a great deal, help support us.
Anyway, this is the new 780 torque converter, but I'll show you more about that later. We're just kind of mocking everything up right now so we can know where to kind of fabricate some brackets off of here so we can tie in to these existing engine mount.
I think this is where the forward controls are going to go.
Okay.
And this is going to be for the plate. Right now, this thing is roughly 20 inches wide.
It's a big one.
This thing is 16, 4 inches wider. Did I call it?
Yeah.
Yeah. The biggest challenge is this is a 212 plate.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's not going to be an issue. It's about the perfect width for the base of this engine. The only problem is we're going to have to drill 2 holes. 2 holes are slotted already and the bolts fall through. 2 of them we're going to have to drill.
So we have everything lined up for tacking the engine mount in place. Check it out.
Here we have a 212 engine mount. We have 2 little gussets that we're kind of sandwiching the engine mount with. Same on the other side there. And then we have a big gusset back there that we're going to be welding along the entire contact point back there. Same for the other side. 2 little contact points here, 2 big ones there.
It should be fine. We're only making 22 horsepower, right?
I don't know. I feel like we need to name it Abomination. It's what it is, man.
It is. What do y'all think this should be named? Leave a comment.
Yeah.
More info on the bike if y'all don't remember. It's either a 71 or 72 Honda CB 450 chopper.
Choppa.
The further forward we have it, the more space we have for battery. Less space for leg, but we'll get the forward controls on it and just kind of judge it from there.
Yep.
So what are you thinking? I want your ideas. What are you thinking?
In terms of what?
Frame stuff.
Oh, I say we sandblast in those questionable areas. Get the old bodywork off. Re-weld where we need to.
I'd really like to
and do something about that. Yes.
do kind of make it look like it.
Yeah.
I don't know about a gusset, but I'm thinking like pipe.
Yeah.
And just weld it up. Let me put the fuel tank on it. I think they did that because the
petcocks.
The petcocks. So
there's some room there, dude. A little bit, not much.
There's not a whole lot of room there. Maybe we can raise it up with some spacers.
Anyway, if you guys want to check out any of the parts we used today, like the engine plate, the gussets, the 40 series torque converter, be sure to check our links in the description. Use our discount code CC10 at Go Power Sports for 10% off. Anyway, let us know what you think of the Abomination. I like the name, but I could be persuaded for another one. Leave us a thumbs up if you enjoyed the video today. It helps this video get seen by more people, and let us know what you think of the Predated Choppa so far. Anyway, Facebook, Instagram at CarsandCameras Reviews for sneak peeks on what we're doing.
Check me out at Isaac, it'll be fine.
Yeah.
We'll see you next time for part 2 of the Choppa.